What if I told you the Philippines may be sitting on one of the biggest untapped oil and gas reserves in the world, and that this hidden treasure under the sea could change the fate of the entire nation forever and shake China to its core? For decades, China has acted like it owns almost the entire South China Sea, building military bases on islands that weren't theirs, blocking fishermen from other countries, using water cannons to drive away boats, and patrolling areas with Coast Guard and warships. But now, something has happened. Something big. A secret discovery beneath the waves. A treasure China has long feared would be found, and now it's no longer a secret. New scientific surveys, satellite data, and whispers from deep inside government and energy companies all say the same thing. The Philippines has found oil. And not just a little. We're talking about billions of barrels, enough to power the entire country for 100 years. Enough to transform the Philippines from a developing nation into an energy-rich powerhouse. And China is nervous because this oil is not in Chinese waters. It's inside the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, a 200 nautical mile area off the coast where the Philippines has full rights under international law. This means the Philippines doesn't need permission from anyone to explore, drill, and profit from the oil and gas hidden under the sea. But here's the twist. China still wants it. They've been doing everything to stop the Philippines from taking control of it. Why would China do that? Because energy is power. Oil is money. Gas is influence. And whoever controls it gets stronger while others become weaker. China imports over 70% of its energy needs. It spends hundreds of billions every year just to keep the lights on and its economy running. And if its neighbor, the Philippines, suddenly becomes oil-rich, it could mean a shift in regional power, a shift China doesn't want. For years, energy experts suspected that the Reed Bank and areas near Palawan hold massive oil and gas deposits. But drilling was delayed again and again, mostly because of Chinese pressure. Every time a foreign company wanted to partner with the Philippines to explore or drill, China would threaten them or warn them not to get involved. China sent ships to the area to intimidate oil survey teams. In some cases, Filipino vessels were blocked or forced to leave. This wasn't just bullying. It was part of a strategy to keep the oil hidden for as long as possible. But that strategy has now failed because the data is out and the truth is clear. Scientists from both the Philippines and international firms have confirmed large pockets of natural gas and oil reserves under Philippine waters. One area called the Sagittita gas field alone is believed to have over 4 trillion cubic feet of gas. And that's just one section. Imagine what lies deeper and wider under other areas of the West Philippine Sea. If properly developed, these energy sources could make the Philippines self-sufficient. No more relying on foreign oil, no more blackouts, no more begging for fuel prices to go down. The country could power its homes, factories, vehicles, and even export surplus energy to neighboring nations. This would mean billions of dollars in revenue every year. New highways, airports, schools, hospitals, and a stronger military force to protect its borders. All made possible by tapping into its own natural wealth. And this is exactly why China is so nervous. Because this oil discovery gives the Philippines something it never had before: energy independence and leverage. It changes the game and shifts the balance of power in the region. China's aggressive expansion in the South China Sea was never just about fishing or shipping lanes. It was about control of resources. And now that the Philippines is about to unlock its own treasure, China knows its time is running out. Beijing has already increased its military and Coast Guard presence near the oil zones, even though they have no legal claim over these areas. They've harassed survey ships and sent vessels to shadow Philippine operations. But this time, the Philippines is not backing down. The government has restarted exploration projects and is working with energy companies from the US, Japan, and even Australia to begin drilling quietly but quickly. They know that time is crucial and secrecy is key. At the same time, diplomacy is being strengthened. The Philippines is rebuilding its alliances with the US, which has promised to help defend Philippine territory under a mutual defense treaty. Military exercises are increasing and the presence of allied ships is growing. This sends a clear message to China. If you try to interfere, you're not just messing with the Philippines, you're messing with a whole alliance, and China doesn't want that kind of confrontation, especially now when its economy is slowing down and its global image is under pressure. The secret oil discovery has done more than just scare China. It has inspired other countries too, like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia, to defend their claims. And for the people of the Philippines, this is about more than politics. It's about national pride, hope, and a better future. For too long, the country has been rich in resources but poor in power. Now it has a real chance to change that. The government plans to use the oil revenue not just for defense, but also for renewable energy sources like solar and wind to ensure a clean future. The oil find is not just a victory for the Philippines. It's a victory for everyone who believes in fairness and freedom. The secret is out, the treasure is real, and the race has already begun.